So Cami, nice to be in a video where you're not shouting at me for a change.
I think people should know it was. Well, we're only joking.
Yeah, we are just friends. We are just
friends, yeah.
So has Hollywood been on the phone yet, or?
Emmerdale, a couple of times, but no, I'm definitely
committed to the Tigers for next year.
Definitely, yes.
So this season you kind of came in. It's probably as much a surprise to you, dare I say, than anyone else. Kind of catapulted into the manager's role this year. How do you think it went?
Well, we'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, the surprise part was definitely a surprise, and it's been well documented. It came right out of the blue, but in another world, I grabbed it with both hands because I love the club, and it's been something. It's been a fantastic experience this year for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, results based now, but really enjoyed every minute of it.
And I think it's quite clear from the people in the pits and the people kind of around the club that before anything else, you're a fan, and when we lose, you're as angry, if not more angry than anyone else, and when we win, you celebrate probably more than anybody else.
But it's slightly changed for me, Robert, because when I was a fan and a sponsor for many years and a director and various other things, I went there hoping Glasgow won like all fans do, but wanted to be entertained. And the owners, Jerry and Peter and David, they want the entertainment, and so do I. But now it's changed for me. I'm results based. It's all about getting the Tigers over that winning line. When I lost the semi-final, 3 days I couldn't speak to anyone. It hurt that much, and that's the way I want it to be. I don't want to feel any other way. It means the world to me. It's a club that's special in my heart, and I'll do everything I possibly can to get where we want to be.
And last season on track, like you say, we just missed out the semi-final, a bit of a sore one, but all in all, for a kind of debut season as a team manager, did you think it was all right? Do you think maybe?
I learnt a lot,
and
about halfway through the season, found my confidence, to be honest, and became, I think, a lot more confident about doing the job, because it was thrown into the deep end, as they said, and it was a bit like that at first. But from midway to the end of the season, I felt much more comfortable, a lot better feeling about it next year, having a lot more involvement in building the team and the background structure. But yeah, I felt it went okay. Obviously, not winning the league was a real sore one, and I thought had we beaten Workington, I still think we'd have won it. But that's ifs and buts now. It's in the past. We need to move on. But to lose by 1 point, it's never far out of my head, to be honest. As it will be with all the fans, because as you said, I'm still a fan as well.
Yeah.
Although I'm the manager, and very proud to be the manager.
Yeah. And obviously, you're the main man in the pits in terms of manager, but you do have a background team behind you. How important are they for?
It's the team we've got at Glasgow are fantastic. Some of the riders, I met Cozza Smith, who some of the fans know from 3-4 years ago, for dinner the other night, and Cozza only rode for Glasgow for half a season, and he was waxing lyrical about the professionalism and the structure in the club that they have at Glasgow, and the guys behind me are fantastic. All the pit staff are amazing. John, Jack, Julie, they're all fantastic. And they work really hard, and I don't think they get enough praise, to be honest.
Yeah.
Peter's full on. Peter Fazena wants the results the same way as I do, and he wants the entertainment. He's been a pleasure to work with the first year, and hopefully that continues next year, and we get the results that we want, and the entertainment for the fans as well. The team's built hopefully for entertainment. Yeah,
and going into next season, so overall happy with the team building?
Yeah. I mean, it was difficult. I'm not going to lie. It was, we didn't get every single one of our first choice targets. Most of them we did get, but some people don't want to travel, and it's a long way up, and it's not all about money. People just assume that Glasgow just spend the biggest amount of money and they can get anyone they want. That's not the case. It's some of these guys. It's not just about money. It's about being happy with their own environment, and working from place to place. If they're riding for 2 different teams in 2 different leagues, they don't want to be travelling the length and breadth of the country every second day.
Yeah.
So but some of the riders we've got in the team that I wanted and Peter wanted, and it's fantastic. It really is. I'm really excited about next season.
And for the lower team average, to then bring in Cook, who such a big part of last season, but to bring him in, was that a tough decision, or?
Points wise, it's a tough decision, because Craig comes 10-18 or something with these reductions, so it's a huge amount of points. but you know, he rode for us for a period of time last season, and I think he was riding to 11:40 average. So, you know, if you can replicate that, we're actually gaining a point and a half. That's not the way I'm viewing it, to be honest. If Craig does his average, which I think there's only one rider in the league can do that average, and it's him. It's not just what he gives us on track, it's what he gives us off track. He's ultimate professional. He's great with the other boys. You know, technically wise, neither me or my predecessor Stuart knew much technical about bikes and stuff. Craig helps the lads with that and takes a bit of pressure off me. I just get organise the team and the tactics and stuff, but Craig's in with the actual mechanical side, the setups. He's great with the guys, he's a winner. He just doesn't want to win himself, he wants the team to win. And he's adamant, that he doesn't want to come to Glasgow and finish 5th, 6th, 7th in the league. He wants to get up there and try and win. And he's a winner, and that's why we brought him back.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's why you named him captain as well.
Yeah, well, I had a chat with him when he was up doing his interview for you guys, and I put it to him, did he want the job, and very quickly he thought it was a good idea, because he didn't take the job in the other league last season. He kind of resigned from it, but he was trying to find his form, and now in our league I think he's the main man in our league, so he's got responsibilities at Glasgow. He was captain, and I think he'll do a fantastic job.
Yeah, brilliant. And how important was it this season to have, obviously we've got 4 returning riders and 3 new faces? Was it important to keep that kind of balance of guys that had been here last season and some fresh faces as well? Yeah,
I think we always need some fresh faces. You can't just go with the same. We couldn't have fitted the same 7 in anyway with the reduction, but we need some fresh faces, because you can't just go with the same guys. But I think we've got a good mix of guys coming back. The guys that are coming back, Craig apart because he's average, but the other 3 I think we can add to their average, and the 3 new guys definitely can add to their average. I've no doubt about that. I'm excited about seeing Rasmus racing for us. I think it was very fair and honest to get Klaus back as well. Klaus had given us everything last year, and I think he was quite surprised that we asked him back. But we said to him, like we do with any rider, give us your best, and you won't just be thrown into the scrap heap. We'll view to getting you back if you do the job that we're asking you to do. And Klaus did everything last season we asked him to do. I will be speaking to him. His home average is phenomenal. He's a wee average less. So, and I think if he can keep his home, form the way he did last season, I'll be delighted, and add a little bit to his away form. Some of his away scores weren't what Klaus knows it himself. He's away training over the winter time, and he'll come back as fit as ever. And look forward to seeing him racing for Glasgow second year. And he's going to come with one of his best mates, Rasmus, and that'll be good. I think the 2 of them, having 2 Danish boys, they can travel together. They can talk together as well. They can let off steam together if they want. We won't know what they're saying, which is perfect. And all that. I'm looking forward to that. It's quite exciting, and I think looking at the team, James, this is a big season for James, and I could see him making a jump. A couple of years ago, he was riding a better average than he is now. I want him to get back there. I've told him so, and that's where he needs to be. And I think we'll see a better James Sargent next year as well.
Yeah. See who you think is most likely to be not a surprise package, but the most likely to build on his performance? Is there one person in particular you think?
Well, the 2 reserves we'll have to wait and see. I mean, they don't have a huge amount of experience at our track. We're going to try and get them as much track time as we can before the season starts. So I'm hoping both the reserves can gain some average. But I think all the top 5, well, possibly Craig apart, the other 4 of the top 5 can all increase their average, and that's what we'll be hoping for. I mean, Paul Stark, his average is not where Paul Stark really should be, and we saw the real Paul Stark sort of the last third of the season, and he needs to start the season like that. And again, he knows that. We've had a chat. Paul was very, very happy to be back at Glasgow. Really wanted to be back at Glasgow, and we wanted him back. But we need the Paul Stark we had the last third of last season from the very start of the next season. And Paul as well's doing a lot of training over the winter time. We're having a boot camp in February for 4 days with the boys, and they're going to be put through their paces, so they better come back fit, because they'll be found out. I mean, one or 2 were found out last year a little bit at boot camp, and some of them were very, very fit, so they've all been warned. Raymond's going to give them all a personal programme to work with, and that again goes back to the professionalism of the club. You've got a keep fit guy in the background who's working with the riders for each of the riders' individual needs, and he understands nutrition, what part of training is is good for what we want them to do. So Raymond's going to work with them over the winter time, and then the boot camp will be put through their paces, believe you me.
You'll be hoping to beat a couple of them in a few exercises while you're in training just now.
Spin class, I'll give them a run for their money. Klaus beat me last year, but Klaus is super fit, and he's a mountain bike champion as well, so it's hard to beat him. But I'll give it a bash.
And hopefully this year,
it's not about me, it's about them, and they will have to come back fit.
Yeah.
Because that's the demands just be the fitness they need to be is a huge step up from other sports as well. There's other sports you can be pretty fit, but speedway will find you out if you're not. If you're going out there 6-7 rides, and then you're racing the next night, and you're racing somewhere else and all the travelling, you've got to be fit. And nutrition's another point, and Raymond again's working with the nutrition with the lads, so hopefully they'll be well skilled. Yeah,
and this year hopefully, touch wood, the weather will be a bit better, and we'll hopefully get the track settled perfectly, and then hopefully some practice laps in before the start of the season.
There's a little more track work going on just now to try and eradicate some of the issues with bend 1 and 2 that some of the riders, we thought as well needed addressed. Obviously the weather so far, we're near the end of December, near Christmas, there's no chance that what the track will be done because it's been raining almost every single day. But hopefully before the start of the season that's done.
Yep.
Not radical changes like last season, just minor changes just to make the riding for the riders better. For our riders, obviously for our riders. So that'll be done before the start of the season. Chris is in, and he's ready well ahead of the game. He's got all his equipment ordered, all these materials. So we just need a gap in the weather. Yeah. I think next season going forward we have to make sure we have more regular home fixtures, and it's something that we did try. It wasn't our bad decisions. It was just the way the fixtures worked out. So we need to try and make sure we have a regular, weekly home fixture to let the fans, weather permitting that is, to let the fans get regular speedway rather than having a gap of 3 weeks, because that's just not good enough. Yeah. If the weather intervenes, there's nothing we can do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But on paper we have to have a fixture almost every week, where possible, and that's what we'll try and do.
And I know it's maybe putting you on the spot a wee bit, but what is your goals and aims for next season? What do you want to achieve?
The league championships, everything. That's number one goal. But every kind of competition we're in, we want to win it. Yep. And it's, I've said it before and I'll say it again. For me, it's about winning. For the fans, it's about entertainment, and that's the way it is. But there's only one team can win it. There's 13, 14 teams in our league, and one team can win it. We want to be that one team, but you're not always. It's not your divine right to go and win, but we'll be trying everything we can to win. That's the aim.
Well, Cami, thanks very much for coming in and chatting to us.
Friendly Robert, not shouting at you today.
Shouting at me today.
No, we're actually good mates. And but well done with all the videos for you and Heather. Superb videos, and I think it went down very well with the fans, and I hear other teams want Heather to go and do videos for them. So that shows you how good she was. So well done, you two as well.
Brilliant.
It's part of the professional background that we want to see.
Thanks very much.
Well done.
Cheers. Thanks.